Long time no see, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm back. Finally, I'm back. I'm so sorry for the hiatus. Life has been, you know. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of views, a lot of subscribers over the last course of almost 3 years since I posted my first video. 7.5 thousand views. That's crazy. When I posted that video, I was just putting out my experience because I did not see many videos about the Bravo test on YouTube or on TikTok or any platform for that matter. So I decided to make one to see if anyone, number one, has been going through it, has done it, the results or whatnot. And I do apologize for taking so long to come back for a review. I'm okay. I'm doing well. Life has been busy. Life has had many trials, tribulations, ups and downs, mainly ups though. So I cannot complain. So I'm going to be referencing my notes on my phone about things that have occurred over the last 3 years. Basically, next month will be 3 years since I made that video, March 2022. So in February, I believe I updated that I was getting my Bravo test with the EGD. And the Bravo test was something. It was really something. So the Bravo test basically measures the acid that you are overproducing or producing. I was overproducing a lot of acid and suffering from GERD. And the normal range for acid you're supposed to be producing is 4.0 pH to 7.0 pH. My levels were 14 pH. So it was extremely high. And my doctor, he was really concerned with me getting esophageal cancer. So he said, you know what, let's just go ahead and do the bypass revision. So he scheduled the bypass revision of May 27th, 2022. And he informed me that I would not experience much weight loss with the bypass revision with the type of revision that he was going to do. He was more fixing my GERD situation and repairing my hiatal hernia, and I also had a gastric ulcer. So all of those were done within that one procedure. The recovery prospect of it, it was rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. With the hernia repair, because he stitched me so tight, I couldn't stand straight for a good 4 days. It literally took me almost a week to stand up straight. I experienced a lot of nausea, and it was hard for me to vomit because of the bypass, but I did vomit a couple of times, and it was extremely painful. It was mostly fluid, foam, and whatnot. The constipation was horrible. I didn't go for a good almost a week. Day 6 is when I went to the bathroom post-operation. And I tried everything. I tried Miralax, I tried a colon cleanser. What else? The final result that helped me go really was increasing my water and a rectal enema. We're all ladies and gentlemen here. That's the only way that I can get relief. And after that, the recovery was smooth sailing. I didn't have any problems after that. Fast forward to August of 2022, I was in a car wreck, and my doctor, he checked just to make sure that my hernia didn't open back up. It wasn't any trauma done, even though it was a good 3 months post-op, but he still wanted to take precautions, so he did another EGD and all of that, and swallow test, and everything was pretty good. After that car accident, I had a spinal injury. I had to get steroid injections. I went into a funk. I started eating whatever because I didn't care. I really didn't care. I'm gonna be honest with you, we're all adults. I didn't care. I told you in my first video, my bariatric journey, it wasn't perfect. It's not perfect. It's not textbook. You know, I always said, don't do what I do. Listen to your bariatric surgeon. Listen to the instructions, the paperwork he gives you. Listen to your nutritionist. Exercise. So I'm telling you to do everything I didn't do, basically. But with the steroids, I started gaining weight, plus eating the wrong things, just not caring. I was self-soothing with food. I was drinking soda again, mainly ginger ale. Mainly ginger ale. I was drinking ginger ale. I'm not really a big soda drinker. I would drink Sprite, but anything else I wouldn't. Now, we'll get into that later. But yeah, so started the steroid injections. That started putting weight on me. Physical therapy, that helped a bit. And towards the end of 2022, I knew I had to do something. So I arranged to see one of the bariatric surgeons who practices in medicinal weight loss in my practice. So scheduled a meeting with him, and that was in January of 2023. He prescribed me Qsymia. He said, let's try the Qsymia. Qsymia, I believe the first dose was 3.75, and I believe you do that for 2 weeks, and then you increase to the next dose. So on Qsymia, I was on Qsymia from January 2023 to, I want to say June of 2023. So January 2023 to June 2023, I was on Qsymia. The first week of Qsymia, I lost 5 pounds, which was good. And when I weighed in his office, I was 196 and some change. And he prescribed me the Qsymia. I started that. 5-pound weight loss, no symptoms really. Restrictions, not that much. But I wanted to work in harmony with the medication, so I did change my eating habits to eating what I'm supposed to do. I did what I'm supposed to do. So I lost 5 pounds. It was mainly fluid. You know, the first week, easily the first few pounds is water weight. But that was encouraging. I'm like, okay, well, the scale can move. So fast forward to June 2023, I lost a good 25 to 28 pounds on the Qsymia. I stopped taking any weight loss meds at that point, and I believe my last steroid injection was July of 2023. That was my last steroid injection for my back. Fast forward to September, October. I went back on Qsymia for September, and I started all over, 3.75. And I told my doctor, I said, you know what? I said, I want to try something different. At first, I told him I didn't want to do the injections. There's a story behind that. I'm not getting into it. I just didn't want to do the injections at all. So he put me on the Qsymia. So I spoke with him, and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, let's try a GLP-1. So he recommended the Wegovy, but the Wegovy was hard to get and hard to approve at the time. So he said, well, there's a new drug on the market. It's called Zepbound. He said, let's shoot for Zepbound to see if the insurance company would approve that. And they did. And December 2nd, I actually started the Zepbound. It was the 0.25 or 2.4. I'm not sure the lowest dose of the Zepbound. But yeah, I started the Zepbound in December of 2023. I lost a good 20 pounds from December 2nd to the end of December 2023. I lost a good 20 pounds, 20 to 25 pounds on the Zepbound. So January 1st, 2024, my employer switched health insurances, and they did not approve my refill of the Zepbound. They, in fact, sent my surgeon and myself a letter stating that they wanted me to do Wegovy first to prove that Wegovy failed, and then I would be approved for the Zepbound. So at that time, Wegovy was back in stock. It was easier to get. So my surgeon, he filled out a prescription for the first 4 doses of Wegovy. That way I wouldn't miss a dose. And plus he was going on vacation for a month and a half. So he wanted me to be okay while he was gone. So started the Wegovy January. I was doing pretty good. And I noticed that I didn't crave any sugar or carbs whatsoever. I had no desire to eat sugar or carbs on Wegovy. And I think I liked that better for Wegovy, even though it wasn't as stronger as the Zepbound. The Wegovy definitely limited my sugar and carb craving, which was a good thing. February of 2024, it was difficulty of me getting in touch with my surgeon because, like I said, he was on holiday and his office staff, she didn't know how to clarify more information for the insurance company as to why he prescribed 4 different doses at the same time. So I had to wait until April when he came back to resume Wegovy. And at that point in time, I gained the weight back. I'm not even gonna hold you. I gained the weight back. It is what it is. I gained it back. So in May, end of May, I started the Wegovy again. And from the end of May until September, once again, I lost the 20 pounds. I got down to 175. And my doctor, he said, you know what? Now that you've been on the Wegovy, let's go ahead and try the Zepbound. So he put a prescription in for the Zepbound. And I was on the highest dose of the Wegovy, which was 2.4. He said, so we're going to go to the dose that's equivalent to the 2.4 of the Zepbound, which was the 5 milligrams. So I started the 5 milligram of Zepbound in September of 2024. And by the end of December of 2024, I was down to my goal weight, almost down to my last goal weight. I was 168.8. That was crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm 5 pounds away from my lowest adult weight since December of 2021 when I had my sleeve revision. Excuse me. And I was excited. I'm like, you know what? I'm keeping it off. Despite having an injury, I am keeping it off. My food cravings are intact. And it was a really, really good experience with Zepbound. So the new year came. I said, you know what? I'm going to do better, even better with my eating habits. And I have. I'm still indulging in what I want to eat, but I'm still conscious about what I'm eating and whatnot. And one thing I do wish I could do over, I'm going to do a do-over, a bariatric do-over. So one of the things I said I wanted to do is to be consistent with meeting with my nutritionist. So I am meeting with the nutritionists now, and they are a big help. When I tell you, listen to your bariatric surgeon and schedule those nutritionist meetings, it's A1. They will keep you on top of your game. So as of now, I am weighing in at 158.8, and I weighed in January 25th of this year. So as of January 25th, I am now 158.8, which is crazy. That's the lowest I've ever weighed in my adult life. And the point where I am now, I have no regrets. I have absolutely no regrets. Over the last 11 years since my bariatric journey started, I have no regrets because I'm comfortable where I am now. I have some goals for myself, And hopefully I can complete them by the end of this year. I will bring you guys along with me. And to those who have been going through it or planning to go through it, just don't expect a perfect journey. Do not expect a perfect journey, because we're not perfect. Just do your best. Listen to your bariatric surgeon, his instructions, the paperwork he gives you, the suggestions he gives you. Listen to them. Of course, you're going to deviate from it from time to time. Still listen to your surgeon. You can rebound. I rebounded twice, and I'm here where I am now, and I'm satisfied where I am now. So you can rebound from your mistakes, and don't have any regrets. Don't beat yourself up. It is what it is. Just rebound from whatever point you're at. You can always recover. Always recover. As long as you have time and a next day and breath in your lungs, you can recover. I am testament to that. So the questions that I've had from you guys, I'm going to answer in the video. Okay, some of the questions that I've had, I'm going to go to my questions. Okay, this is from 2 years ago. So happy to see this video. I have a sleeve and will be getting a bypass revision March 2023. Tell me everything I need to know. Let me see. Fathia Carpenter. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I want to know how your journey went, and I'm hoping that everything is going well. Let me see. Looking forward to your next video. Michelle Wilson. Here it is. 2 years later, 3 years later. Let me see. There was one question that someone asked. This was a year ago. Smiles for Miles. Thanks for this video. There are a few others on this subject. In fact, there are almost none here on YouTube. I see you're in ATL. I am super interested to hear your update. Have you had the revision? How is it going? What surgeon did you use? Hope all is well. You know what? I'm going to ask my doctor if he wants to be mentioned. He's an excellent bariatric surgeon. Bedside manners. Even at my appointments, he takes his time. He asks questions. He wants to hear from you. So I'm going to ask him if he doesn't mind me sharing his information at my next appointment. Actually, my EGD. Oh, I have to get another EGD. I'm going to share that with you. Let's discuss that now. So I have to get another EGD because I had the swallow test and the manometry. Don't quote me on that. I think it's manometry. Anyway, it's when they put a camera down your nose and they test to see the reflexes in your swallowing and how your small intestines restrict and whatnot. So from that test, I thought I had another hernia. But my doctor, he said he didn't see it when he reviewed the scans and everything in the video, and he showed me on the monitor. He said what it is at the beginning of my small intestines is a bit restricted. So he's going to do an EGD with dilation to open it up a little bit. Also at the end of my esophagus is a bit stricter. So he wants to dilate that a little bit more because I was telling him whenever I swallow my pills, multivitamins and whatnot, it gets stuck and that I have to drink or eat something just to push it down. So he's going to do the EGD to see how restricted it is and just dilate it. But he also said just in case, he's going to look around for, just in case I don't have another hernia, he's going to do an exploratory. And he's also going to do an ultrasound on my gallbladder because I was telling him over for the last, few months now that my bowel movements consistency have changed. And I described it to him and he said, you know what? I'm going to do an ultrasound of your gallbladder, make sure you don't have any stones. So he is very, very thorough. And I love him. I love my doctor. But I definitely will ask him if I could share his information. I'm sure he doesn't mind. And I'm going to ask my medicinal doctor as well, because they're all in the same office. Okay, another question. I'm about to get a revision from sleeve to bypass. I'm 6 years post-op. They fixing gastric volvulus and gastric stenosis, GERD. Basically, my stomach is twisted and bent. I'm 180 pounds recently, been gaining. I'm scared I'm going to lose a crazy amount of weight. Like I stated before, in my experience, my doctor told me I'm not going to lose much weight as I did on my sleeve. Jocelyn, hi Jocelyn. He told me that I don't expect much weight loss with the bypass revision, but I do want to see your results, see how you're doing. I hope you're doing well. I really do. I hope the bypass has eradicated the GERD. I know for me, I don't have any heartburn, acid reflux, any of that. So hopefully it's been the same case with you, that you have gotten some relief from that. Mandy Miller, makeup. Hi Mandy. I'm needing a revision because of GERD and hernia, but on my new insurance has an exclusion on weight loss surgeries. I'm wondering if they can go in to fix my hernia and then do the other at the same time. Yes, they can definitely fix your hernia and do the revision. That's what my doctor did. He revised my sleeve into a bypass. He fixed my hiatal hernia and he repaired my gastric ulcer. So yes, they can do it all at the same time. Also, look into Lantern Care, Lantern Care. They usually cover a lot of bariatric surgeries. Just make sure that your employer uses them. But it's lanterncare.com. And it used to be Surgery Plus. So as of now, I haven't paid anything for EGDs. I didn't pay anything for my bypass revision, none of that. So yeah, look into Lantern Care and see if they will cover your procedure. This is a year later that I'm answering y'all questions. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is Abby S. 6 months ago, she commented this. Good or bad, updates are helpful. I am also in Atlanta and wondering which hospital you went to or if you have any recommendations. I'm looking at Northside Hospital in Duluth. Hi, hey Abby. Yes, I had all of my surgeries at Northside Atlanta because my surgeon operates out of there. However, the other two bariatric surgeons in his office, they do operate outside of Northside Duluth. And if you Google them, you can do a good search and they'll come up. But yes, they're awesome. The doctors, the surgeons at Northside Duluth, he's amazing. He's very knowledgeable. He talks a lot. But he's very knowledgeable. And I love him. He's cool. But he's a really, really good surgeon. All of them have really good reviews on GoodX. What's the doctor review sites? But they all have good reviews. Even Dr. G. I can't pronounce his last name. We call him Dr. G. But yeah, my updates, my recovery so far, everything has been good. I want to do a separate video on my GLP-1 journey. I know I spoke a lot about it on this video, but anyone who is in a predicament of wanting to lose weight, I would suggest trying a GLP-1 before turning to bariatric surgery. GLP-1 is amazing. The results are amazing. The side effects, they're similar to weight loss surgery because I've been in both predicaments. The GLP-1, you don't have to go through recovery. You do have to switch up your diet. You do have to increase your protein, your water intake. So it's basically the same maintenance as bariatric surgery, but it's not as, it's better than bariatric surgery to me. It is. It really is. I would highly suggest trying a GLP-1 journey. Let's see, 7 months ago, D. Hi, I just came across your video. I'm experiencing what you went through now. How did things go with your bypass surgery? Everything went good. The recovery for the first week, like I said, it was a battle. It was hard. Mainly because I think my doctor stitched me up really, really tight with my hernia repair. That's the only thing. And plus the constipation due to the pain meds I was taking because of the pain. But after 6 days, on that 6th day, after I relieved myself, I was starting to stand upright. Everything was fine. Day 7 and further, everything was fine. I haven't had any serious complications regarding the bypass revision itself. Dumping, yes, you definitely dump. I dumped a little bit with my sleeve. We're going to talk about this. The sleeve, you do dump, but it's rare that you dump. It's like occasional dumping. With the bypass, you dump because there's no other way to relieve yourself. It has to come out. Because number 1, it's hard for you to vomit. Number 2, anything greasy, overly sweetened, it would just come out. Caffeine, dairy, whatever. And dumping is when you have to go, you gotta go. When you have to go, you gotta go. And also with the bypass revisions or any bariatric surgery, you need assistance to go. You have to. And my bariatric surgeon, he requested that I take Miralax every day. Just 1 capful. Sometimes I do every other day because with the bypass now, 1 capful of Miralax is like 2 or 3 for me. So every other day, sometimes I skip 2 days because that 1 cap will have me regular for 2 days straight, 3 days the max. And also if I feel a bit of bloatness, I know I have to go. So that's when I would take another Miralax. And I drink ginger tea. Ginger tea is my saving grace. I drink ginger tea in the morning. I drink ginger tea at night. And I mainly take my Miralax at night with my ginger tea because it's soothing, it takes the bloat out, and I can sleep really well. For my mornings, I start my mornings out pretty early and I drink my protein shake. Your doctor may or may not tell you this, but my surgeon told me I should not, or any other bypass or bariatric surgery patient should not rely on protein shakes for a majority of their protein. As for me though, I have to start my day with a protein shake. I have to. I love them. I rely on them. I do eat. Don't get me wrong. I do eat my protein, but I need my protein shake in the morning. Number 1, it is so easy on my stomach and my digestive system. It slowly wakes it up. And I usually mix my protein shake with my coffee. So I drink a protein coffee every morning. And I like the Slate coffees. The Slate brand from Sprouts. Oh my goodness, so good. You get the vanilla latte. It has 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of carb, 20 grams of protein. So drinking that 1 container of my protein coffee, which is the Premier Protein, which is 30 grams, the cafe latte, and the Slate coffee, that's 50 grams of protein. And I sip on that for like 2 hours and I'm full for a good 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. And then after that, I would eat lunch. I would have your basic protein with a vegetable or a salad, or I would have, if I don't feel like eating a full meal, I would eat some spinach dip. I would heat up one of those Friday spinach dips with some tortilla chips. Bomb. And I like Sprouts pre-made meals. You will find them in their refrigerated area, and they're microwavable, or you can put them in the oven. My favorite is the miso salmon with the green beans and the roasted sweet potatoes. Fire. And I would eat on that twice. I would eat on that for lunch, and then later on, either later on that night or the next day, I would eat the other half. And it's so good. It's really good. It has a lot of protein in it. A lot of protein. And you get your healthy balance of protein, carbs, and veggie. Another thing that I recommend, I do recommend you that you see your nutritionist, because they will help you a lot. They will help you a lot. You think you may know because you know your body, you know what you like and whatnot, but trying different alternatives. Like for me, I never thought I would like juicing. Right now, I love juicing, and I haven't juiced in a while, but I can show you a video, maybe, because it's tedious. Let me not dedicate to that. It's tedious. Maybe I will one day. But if I don't juice, I would drink Arden's Garden. I know it has a natural sugar. The only ingredients in it is fruit. It doesn't have any added sugars in it. My favorites are Beat It Better, the pineapple, apple, ginger, and I just started drinking the tropical sea moss. That's my least favorite. In a yoga, I like the yoga, the green juice. I drink 2 different green juices, but the yoga one is my favorite. And I do drink greens on the go. I drink that as well. So I get vegetables in, my fruits in, and I'm one person. This is horrible. I know it's horrible. I like to drink my calories. Please, I told y'all in my first video, don't be like me. My bariatric journey is not perfect. It's still not perfect. It's not textbook. Do not follow what I do. It works for me. It works for me. But listen to your surgeon. Listen to your surgeon, your nutritionist. Follow the instructions. Follow your meal plans. Just listen to them. This is what works for me. But I'm going to give you the raw truth. My bariatric journey is far from perfect. And it's still not perfect. It will never be perfect. But it works for me. And don't pick up my habits, my past habits. Yeah. But whatever working for me right now is working for me. And I will say that. But I want you to do right by yourself. Listen to your surgeon, the instructions that you are given. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Get your fluids in. But yeah, I think this video has been long enough. I don't feel like editing. I think I'm just going to upload it like this to YouTube. It's going to be a raw video. I'm not going to edit. I honestly don't feel like editing. So yeah, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. What you get is what you're going to get. But I am going to make a separate video. I have in my notes that I'm going to do a bariatric do-over. Let me make this clear. I do not regret anything over the last 11 years of my bariatric journey. I don't regret anything because I'm happy to the point where I am right now. I'm happy. So yeah, I'm going to do a couple of videos, updates, such as bariatric do-overs, what I would do over or do differently, and also what I eat in a day. I may do a couple of YouTube shorts of what I will eat in a day. So yeah, like I said, I'm not editing this video. I'm not going to put any pictures in this video. This is just going to be a small sit down chit chat. Where have I been? Raw and uncut. Okay, you guys, if you guys have any questions that I didn't cover in this video, please leave them down below, and trust me, you will get another video from me before next week. Okay? I promise it will not be another 3 years, 3 months, 3 days. Well, maybe 3 days. But yeah, you will get another video update from me. But please, y'all, I want to hear from you in the comments. If you had the Bravo test done, if you had a bypass done, let me know. I want to hear it from you. I want to hear about your experiences. This is the community. This is the imperfect community. We're going to share our ups and highs, you know, our lows of the lows. But I want to hear from you. This is a real channel right here. You know, we're going to get a lot of criticism. I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism. It's okay. It is what it is. But I'm just sharing my experience. And I want to know your experiences as well. And I want to take some of your suggestions. You know, we all can learn from each other. I want to hear from you. How has your journey been? And what are you struggling with now? And, you know, we could be struggling with the same thing. But let me know. Love you long, love you strong. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.